when I heard about the murder and that they were actually affiliating the murder with HANC Recycling, I was livid by that. And as you know, I take these questions pretty seriously about public safety and about, I think, just the transparency of information. Two themes unto themselves. So I called the police department up, and I called the Ginsburg as well. And I talked to the administration that don't think that you can get away with this and think you're not going to be challenged, because it reflects more, I think, on the police department's inability, or the city's inability to deal with the caretaking of our citizenry, whether they be homeless or not. The fact that we allow a murder to take place, and takes place so close to a police station itself.
Right, thank you.
And
That close, as close as that wall.
I know. And that's why I think it is warranted, of us to have a response to this. Now, the reality of the situation, as I shared in my best analysis with Jim and Ed, is that as tenants, you're on a month-to-month lease. You, recycling centers, on a month-to-month lease. So the scale of power here is designed in such a way that it puts everybody at a disadvantage in a defensive posture. And that's important for us to realize exactly what is the response to this. And that's why I think it's important to edify, to really sort of project and amplify why there is such a strong contribution and what that contribution would mean if it was to go away, if there were to be nixing of the value that recycling center represents.
Each one of those bottles and cans is connected to a person and often a family and often a program that has spread a lot further than just the raw percentage points. But we're prepared to create some context for this conversation about recycling by gathering that data about how much recycling centers do.
Gavin Newsom's grandfather started the native plant garden at Striping Arboretum. That's Arthur Menzies. So, when I emailed Newsom, I said, what we're doing at the HANC Recycling Center is exactly what your grandfather did. We're propagating native plants, we're putting in native plant gardens, and the way that's funded is through recycling.
You cannot single out one recycling center and then not have that be de-linked from everything else, because I guarantee you this sets in motion questions in other localities that may have similar concerns. So there has to be, in total, some level of objectivity as to the level of its role and contribution, as to why recycling centers are deemed necessary and relevant.
The work is the work, and it stands on its own, and you better get out there and say something about it, because it would be a damn shame to lose even an inch of what you've all worked so hard for, given the fucking planet's on fire.
We need the Department of the Environment to step up to the plate and explain in a hearing, which we either can facilitate ourselves or have the Department of the Environment do so, what is the value of the recycling centers? And my belief is that whether it's Supervisor Mirkarimi or it's somebody else, that that speaks for itself. It's going to be hard to contest.
As a representative of the Department of Environment, obviously with a lot of roots in this issue, but I'm just thinking ahead that it would be the worst thing in the world to spend our time during climate change crisis fighting each other over the bottles and cans and missing the point about the incredible groundbreaking work that HANC has done and that this city has done towards moving in the direction of climate change solutions. We've got a lot more work to do.
There's no master plan in the city on recycling centers, except in terms of the diversion landfill. There's no master plan that has been articulated by the Department of the Environment or the mayor that crystallizes what the role of recycling centers are to the larger citywide objectives. You're lost in the morass of what your real purpose is.